Hi guys, welcome to Tarot for Tired People, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today we're going to do something super fun. It's going to be a tag, and it's going to be my first tag ever on this, my first tag as you put it, but I'm very kicked about it. So, shall we start? Okay, drum roll please. Welcome to the 2025 Deck Awards, our tarot version of the Oscars, the Golden Globes, and Emmys rolled into one magically chaotic ceremony. I had planned this as a video idea, and then I realized that I thought about it and I'm like, no, this needs to be a tag because everybody's tarot collection deserves some awards. Everyone should be able to participate in this. All the categories and prompts, etc., will be in the description. Use them at, however you want to. Add your nominees. You can cheat with the number of nominees you want. But just to keep this, as short as possible, it's not going to be a short video. I know that Editing S is not going to be happy about that. But you can have as many nominees as you want per category. I also ensured that this does not overlap with the end of the year tag by Chanel Days, because I am going to participate in that one myself because I love that tag. So, how it is going to be, all categories will have one winner. The last three are, the top ones, and that has to have some drama, a little bit of award show tension, and, and all of that. So there's the big ones, right? Now, your winners don't need to be released this year. That I think is important because tarot time is not linear, and we want to honor whatever shaped you this year. So let's begin. The first category we have is Witchiest Deck of the Year. Think of this as the best fantasy movie, right? Because I don't identify as a witch, I guess I don't have a lot of witchy decks, but a lot of you do, so this is an important category. Now, my nominees are Murder of Crows Tarot. I think it's a very witchy deck. And The Lost Oracle. Also one of my witchiest decks, I guess. And in the nominees, the winner, I just kept one nominee for this one, is The Lost Oracle. So, I love this deck. It's very witchy. It's by a witch. I mean, it's by Fiona Horn. You might have her other decks. I don't. And I absolutely love it. I think it's really powerful. It's great for witchy months or anytime you're feeling a little bit witchy. So, this is my witchiest deck. Was about to say definitely, but did not. And it wins the award for Most Witchy Deck of the Year. The next category is Debut Deck of the Year. So think of this as the Best New Artist or Directorial Debut. Now, this one has to be, I guess, a release from this year. If you've not bought any decks this year that have released this year, then I guess you can skip it. Now, my nominees. The first nominee, now all my nominees are mass market, which is fine because we are not trying to distinguish there, yeah? The first one I have is Magical Hours Tarot, which I think is a very beautiful deck. It has these really nice packs. And then I think this is a modern 2025 version of Mystical Moments, and really nice deck. This is the clip that runs in the background when they're announcing nominees, yeah? So this is Magical Hours Tarot. My second nominee is Seasons of the Witch Tarot. I think very nice. Look at that beautiful blue gilding. And I obviously love the illustration. Like, it was meant to be. We love the oracles, so the tarot is going to be great, right? So this is my second nominee for debut of the year. And the third nominee is the Unveiled Tarot. Also mass market. Love this deck. I mean, there's nothing like it, really. And everything about this deck is so much fun. I had thought this was not from this year, but it is because it was released in Jan 2025 according to Google. So we are going with that. Even though the book says 2024, but here we are. Now, the winner is for Best Debut Deck of the Year. Drum roll, please. The Unveiled Tarot. Deserves it. Definitely. Damn it. I had to say definitely. Really, really good deck. There is nothing like it. I think it's funny. It's cute. It's not cute, but it's modern in a way which is not, Photoshop modern. It really highlights a lot of, things that we lived, experiences that we go to. Look at the Devil card. Here you have, this happy family, but all the chains that tie to that, right? I love this deck and it reads so well. It is such a no-nonsense reader. It will tell you what you need to know. So very good, well-deserved winner. Because they can't give the speech themselves, I'm giving that speech for them. Next category. We have Best Cinematography. This is like the best cinematography in film. These decks feel like movie stills, and my first nominee is the Tenebrae Tarot. You must have seen my coffee with it. I really think that the direction, the cinematography of this one is really exceptional. I think this old film, the theatrical images and everything about this deck is very dreamy, and I love that. This is my nominee. And then we have the second nominee is Somnia Tarot. This I've featured here, the Oracle, because it's newer. And of course, I mean, I guess this category is for the photography decks, for the visual direction, and to think of, each of these words and how they are going to be expressed and everything about it, the visual direction, the color, the saturation, everything is just gorgeous. Love this deck. There is no way this will not be the winner. Yay! So the Samya Oracle wins my Best Cinematography Award of the night. Okay, the next category we have is Best Illustration. Think of this as the Best Animated Feature. Hand-drawn, painted, etc. Our first nominee of the night is the Folklore Oracle. Beautiful green gilding, and the illustrations are absolutely stunning. I love watercolors. I have a thing for watercolor, watercolor illustrations, and this one, just for a mass market deck, for just an Oracle deck, I think illustrations really, really good. Our second nominee of the night for Best Illustration category is the Forest Spirit Imprint Tarot. This deck I have featured earlier on my channel. Well, I have featured all my decks, but this one really gives Ghibli vibes, but also the illustrations are really well done. Like it is cute, but it's very Ghibli. Like there's a lot of detailing in every single card, and that's something that I really enjoy about this deck, and I think it is a really nice, pretty, sweet deck. Next nominee that we have is the Curious Travels Tarot deck in the Best Illustration category. Everything about this is really, really nice. Like the illustrations, again, watercolor is one of my favorites, but the foiling adds that little, adds the sparkle on top, and it is really pretty. So the winner is, yes, you guessed it, Curious Travels Tarot deck. Wait, I have to clap. Category 5 is Most Poetic Deck. Think of this as Best Screenplay, the lyrical one, atmospheric, etc. Now, the first nominee is my own deck. The prototype is here. I'm going to post the walkthrough sometime during the week. But this is a poetic deck. It stands for my heritage. I like it. So this is our first nominee of Most Poetic Deck. Our second nominee is The Long Way Home by Sasha Lopez. And this one, I was teary-eyed when I did the walkthrough of this one. I think it's a really beautiful deck. It's very poetic. It works in many layers. And I am looking forward to other decks by the creator because it's got that moody, atmospheric sense to it. And the third nominee is, of course, These Blue Bones Oracle. I don't have the box, by Rose Bay Tarot. I had to scrimp on the box to afford this deck. I love it. It's super poetic. It's gorgeous. I cannot wait for the new Serpentine, I think is the name of the new tarot deck she's going to release soon. I like that even Sasha is coming up with a new gorgeous tarot deck. Anyway, we are talking about this one, These Blue Bones Oracle, gorgeous deck. And the winner is, yes, you guessed it, These Blue Bones Oracle. Most Poetic Deck of the Year. Now we have Category 6, Shadow Deck of the Year. Think of this as Best Drama Series, right? Raw, honest, etc. So when I think of raw and honest, my first shadow work deck nominee is Influence of the Angels Tarot. It has been my elder counsel. It tells me things I don't want to hear, and it's actually for me a very good shadow work deck. I know it's surprising considering the illustration is got angels and all of that, but for me shadow work and that deep descent is has to be with raw and honest decks, and that's what this is. I really, really do love this deck. It does a lot of things, but it's not something that will, like hug you and say everything is okay. Love this death card. I think it's gorgeous. So this is the first nominee of the night. The second nominee we have is the Samya Tarot. This, I have the revised version now. Shadow Deck of the Year nominee. Again, very nice visual illustration, and it has obviously the shadows of it, but it is it's also a very safe deck for some reason. It's not super raw. Like, I don't know, I find this safer than even the angels, the influence of the angels tarot. That one tells me things I don't want to hear. So this is our second nominee of the night for shadow work category, shadow work deck of the year. And our final nominee is, for me, Terra Volatile, because this deck I'm scared of. I am genuinely scared of this deck. It will tell me things I really don't want to hear. Like, look, here's the Tower card. That's how it is. It just keeps serving it to me. So I don't take it out a lot. But when I want to face those shadows, I go for this. Like, and also like big readings, moon readings and things like that. So this is a nominee for the shadow deck of the year. And the winner is... Okay, it's Terra Volatile. Because, okay, look, I'm scared of it, okay? And it has shown me shadows I don't want to see. And it really is my best shadow work deck. Terra Volatile, you win. Yay. Category 7, underrated deck of the year. It's critics' choice, it's special jury mention, right? So a brilliant deck that I had dismissed and, turned out really well. So the first one is Mindscape's Tarot. I was not going to buy it. I'm not really into landscape decks, but I did, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I think, yes, we have a little bit of problem with the sword suit, but otherwise, like, look at that High Priestess or that Ace of Tides or even the Five of Wands. Like, it is a gorgeous deck. This is our first nominee of the month for underrated deck of the year. I felt like I only bought it because it went on discount, and it turned out to be a very nice, calm, soothing deck that I use as a pairing to chill with when I don't really have questions and I don't want to do any heavy readings. So next nominee of the night for this, which I don't know how I'll be able to show, is Disorder Tarot of Innocence, because there's way too much nudity in it. So we're going to go fast. But again, did not expect this one with the kind of cardstock I got. Los Carabeo, but limited edition. And it reads really well. And I don't show it a lot on the channel only because it has a lot of nudity. Oops. But it is a gorgeous reader and underrated. I don't see it on TarotTube, etc. as much as it should be shown. You would like this deck. And the cardstock, I mean, come on, that's amazing, right? Brought it really close to my mic to point it out. But yeah, this is the Disorder Tarot of Innocence. That's my second nominee for underrated deck of the year. I forgot the category for a second there. Then the third nominee, I have a lot of nominees now, is the Sassurabito Tarot, because I have mentioned that I was not even going to buy it. This is a seconds, which was actually, there's nothing about it that's not right. And I did buy it, and I did ignore it on the shelf thinking it's too young, it's too cutesy. But it held my hand during some very tough months, and I'm grateful to it. And I think it's underrated to me. So this one is not necessarily underrated to people, but to me, for sure, I was very dismissive of this deck, and now I'm not. And look at that nice gilding also. And the last nominee and the winner is Tarot the Luz. Love this deck. This deck I was not going to buy. I bought it and then I tried to refund it because it was available here. And the seller said, no, we've sent it. Once you receive it, you can refund it. You can send it back. But as soon as I received it, I started reading with it. And entire summer I was with this deck. I think it's an exceptional reader. It's very accurate. It's cute. And if you like, the combination of astrology, etc., then, well, there are many layers to it. I don't even explore those layers. I just look at it and I feel good about it. And yeah, this is the winner for underrated deck of the year. Yay, Tarot de Luz. Okay, next category we have is best collector deck. So you can look at it in whichever way you are as a collector. You might collect decks that you don't read with. You might still consider decks that you read with as part of your collector's editions. Anyway, I chose my first nominee of the category of the month, I was going to say, is Dream Dust Shamanic Tarot. I think a collector should have this deck in their collection. It is not a workhorse, but more like something that you have because the art, because of just the way it is, the way it's written, the way the art is, the way the energy it has, etc. I think this is our first nominee of best collector's deck. That's collector's deck? Yeah. The second nominee of the month is a very slippery, of the category, is a very slippery deck called Materia Prima by Uzi. They have the Pagan Underworld Tarot. Anyway, so this one, I use mine because I have put in the keywords, etc. But if you had this, you'd have it for the illustration. Forgive my horrid, let me show you the ones that, I think I've done most of it, but let me show you the ones that are not done yet, so that you don't feel like, oh my god, she's destroyed it. But yeah, I think this is a collector's item. If you buy it, you have to buy it with the book because the book is not sold separately if you want to use it. If you want to collect it, then you can buy it without, and then it kind of comes out quite inexpensive. I think this is like $30. No, I'm not going to say how much it is because I don't remember. Yeah, but it's a really nice deck. It shows the elements in a ethereal form. So it talks of like you have sodium, but basically it talks about how sodium is a trailblazer, right? So it's a collector's deck for sure. I just think it's way too slippery, but then again, I guess that is good cardstock. The next deck I have is the next nominee of the night for best collector's deck is the Mariah Tarot. This is, here. It's an expensive deck. I'm not gonna, say it isn't. It's a Thoth-based deck. It reads really, really well. I find it stunningly beautiful. I think this deck, everybody who is a collector should have in their collection. You will see this deck a lot on my channel because it also reads really well. So it is, I don't have a lot of Thoth-based decks because I had a really small mass market one, and then I got this one and it has fulfilled all my needs for a Thoth-based deck, and therefore I am very, very happy with it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. This is our third nominee. This was a very difficult category, to be honest, to pick a winner. Next nominee of the night is the Shakespeare Tarot. Oh, guys, love it. Look at that. That's the spine of a book. It's a book that's open. And it says here Shakespeare's works. Look, it is a collector's deck. And I don't even like Shakespeare. And for me, it just fulfilled all my Victorian, art form sort of thing. If you see, I don't have a lot of this kind of, I have the Tarot Volatile and I have the Shakespeare Tarot that has this sort of art, but it just is, why am I showing it? This is a horizontal deck. I should show it horizontally. What is wrong with me? This deck is stunning, absolutely stunning. It is a dense deck for sure. There's a lot happening. It depends how you approach it. However, when I had bought it, I had thought, hey, I'm not going to use this deck. It's just going to be part of my collection. But like everything I plan, life has some other plans. This one, I do read with it. And it is great for one card pull. And it is just absolutely, the Lover's card is not here because it's, it's on my altar right now. I pulled that today. But it's stunning for that. The cardstock is easy to maneuver. It's big, but you don't feel that with it. It's dense, but it just reads in a non-chaotic way. And every piece is like a piece of art. And have you seen the book? I mean, the book is huge. I don't know if you can see the book. It looks like a Penguin classic. he's done the look like that, you know. Let me just move the deck away, but look how chunky it is, and in comparison how big. It doesn't even fit here. Look how big it is. It's like a big chunky book with so much. It's about, you know, about the plays. It's about, so if you are into Shakespeare, yes. If you're not into Shakespeare, and this deck has several extra cards. All of these are extra cards that they have, so you can kind of flip out the Nine of Pentacles if you want. It's really interesting, and I think it's a 100% collector's item. The last collector's deck of the year nominee is the Visionaries Tarot. I have done a walkthrough of this one. This I think is quite interesting because it has it is 78 artists that were commissioned to do each card, and therefore you see a different kind of art in each of these cards, different mediums. It's like an art gallery of mixed. This is mixed media as a jewelry designer, while this is someone else. So each of the artists used the medium they like and did the card that was commissioned to them. And I think it's an excellent deck. I don't read with it. I bought it only to kind of collect it. It is a very nice deck, isn't it? So this is our, what nominee is this? Fourth nominee, the Visionaries Tarot. And the winner is, it's Shakespeare Tarot. I can't help it. I love this deck. I know I read with it, and I bought it thinking I'm going to, you know, collect it only. But it is a very good deck. It's just so, this is the Ten of Pentacles. It's just so good. The experience of going through this deck is just incredible. Like, there is so much that you can take away from it. This is the Justice card. It's beautiful. So this wins Shakespeare Tarot. Yay! Best Collector's Deck. The next category is Kickstarter of the Year. So I joined Kickstarter, you know, backing Kickstarter, etc. the second half. So you might have other projects that you would pick for this. My nominees are Kickstarter I missed, but I wish I hadn't. Matronua. Editing As should be able to put a little bit of screen recording or maybe an image of the projects that we are nominating. So Matronua is definitely a Kickstarter of the Year nominee. The second nominee that I have, Wonderstruck Tarot. It is from Singapore and I find it really fascinating. I have backed it. I'm excited about it. Between all the ones that I've backed, I think this one is very pretty and gorgeous, and I'm really looking forward to it. That's the Wonderstruck Tarot. The next nominee of the for Kickstarter of the Year, we have The Shadows We Cast. It's by the same creator as the Star Seeker Tarot deck, and I have backed it. I think it's a lovely project. I'm looking forward to it, especially because I don't have the Star Seeker Tarot. So for me, this was a really nice project. And the final nominee, I think this is the fourth nominee, is the Ritual Tarot. Again, as a new collector, I wanted to buy it and I saw that she's about to launch it. So I'm really excited that I'm backing it. And I will be getting this edition of the Ritual Tarot. I think, again, it'll be an exceptional, hopefully it'll be an exceptional addition to my collection and something that I get to read with during, you know, sometimes, etc. So the winner for me is the Ritual Tarot. I'm very kicked. I think it's the Kickstarter of the year. Okay, it's time to load the big guns. So we have the best mass market deck. I know that's tougher and I'd like you to do that instead. But anyway, we have nominees. The first nominee is Soul Mirror Oracle. I know it's not from this year, but I still think that as a mass market deck, it is exceptional. And it is just a very different quality that is not out there. Like, I know they have launched the tarot version of it, but it's not the same you know, wow that this is. So this is my first nominee for best mass market deck. The next nominee that I have is obviously the Curious Travels Tarot deck. I mean, come on, it is really good for an all-rounder, like not just reading, but also the cardstock and the foiling and the art. When you're picking a deck for this category, I was thinking about, you know, how is, you know, a deck an all-rounder in mass market, that this one does not even feel like a mass market deck, you know. That is why this would be a nominee for best mass market deck. And then the final nominee and the winner for the Knight for best mass market deck is, drumroll please, the Lubango Tarot. For me, this deck is the best mass market deck of 2025. A, because I don't have the indie deck. B, I think it is exceptional reader. It is easy to use in the way of the art is very, it's not, even if you don't like the art like this, you would still connect with it. That's how I like you. By now, if you've come to my channel before, you know that I have a certain kind of art. I was not going to buy this. Again, don't remember how it was an impulse purchase, but the way it reads and the way it connects, I'm really happy that I have it. You cannot place it. It's a very strong deck for sure, but it has an incredible energy about it. The energetic imprint is really good. So that's why the Lubango Tarot wins our Mass Market Deck of the Year. Yay! Now, the best indie deck. Reclaim Oracle, there's nothing like it. It is, if a new collector joins, the tarot world in 2027, they will still buy the Reclaim Oracle. That's how timeless it is. That's how exceptional it is. I think that it is not just an oracle, but it's an incredibly powerful emotional processing tool, and everyone needs this as part of their collection. I mean, this is my 2025 version with some 99 cards, and I am really, it's again not a deck for all the time, but I love it, and I'm really happy that I have it in my collection. So this is our first nominee of the night for best indie deck. I don't know when you're going to be watching it, but I have to call it night because Oscars happen in the night, so award ceremonies don't happen during the day. Now, the next one that I have is Death Doula Oracle. That's my second nominee. Again, I think exceptional deck. I know it either connects with people or it doesn't, but it's a deck. There's not another like this. You know what? This should have been a nominee on my poetic decks also. But there was a reason why I told myself no. Anyway, I think this is a bigger category. Come on, Death Doula. And yeah, it's a really nice deck. One of the best indie decks out there. If you're looking for an indie deck, I would, but it's you need your time with it. You need to understand what it adds to you. It would be certain times of your life, be certain days of your life in which you are going to get called on to this one. But it is one of the best indie decks that are out there, and I'm really happy I have it. Oops, that's a lot of noise I'm making. Okay, now the third nominee is the Maria Tarot again. Maria. Is that an E or is that a... That's an E, so it's Maria, right? Anyway, so this one, shown it just a few minutes ago, but come on, guys. It is exceptional, right? This is our third nominee, the Maria Tarot, as Best Indie Deck of the Year. And then my little Terra Volatile Best Indie Deck of the Year, of course. Now, having said this, who are the winners? I have two winners, and I'm allowed because one is Thoth. But both Terra Volatile and Maria Tarot, I think, are exceptional indie decks that deserve to win Best Indie Decks of the Year. Yay! Okay, I think both are exceptional, and I'm really happy they've both won the award. The nominee, the winner, the everything of Deck of the Year 2025, equals to Best Picture of the Year is Scarabendalia by Johanna Waldo, and I absolutely love it. This, ever since this arrived in my life, like look at that beautiful silver gilding, it just took over as my most favorite deck. If Terra Volatile had not won the Best Indie, and if this was not around, Terra Volatile would be a fast, next to this, but I just love this deck. Everything about it. The cardstock, the art. And I'm not even a collage deck fan. How many collage decks did you see in my thing? Well, I am, I guess, since Terra Volatile and Scarabendalia are both my faves. So this one is my most used deck. It is my most comforting deck. It's not a deck that questions a lot. And I tend to reach out to it every 3 to 5 business days. 3 to 5 business days, I need to kind of touch it, do one little reading with it, and then I feel like the world is okay. Everything about, if things are going to shit, because there's somebody who didn't like me saying that word. But you know what? People are always saying, swears here, and I'm 39 years old, and I think I'm allowed to. When the world is going to that, and this has been a dumpster fire of a year for me, I think this is when I am like, please tell me, am I going to be okay? And then this deck says, yes, you will be okay. And therefore it gets and this was a deck I saw and I just did not buy it. Like, it's too expensive. It's $75. It's too expensive. I don't like collage decks. It's too much for me to pay for a collage deck. Every time I went to Riffled in Time and I saw this, I was like, no. And then I bought it on Etsy one day. I was like, you know what? I think I saw it on Jay's channel. It came back in my head and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this one. And I did. And it changed my life ever since. This is my emotional support deck. Coping mechanism deck. It's a lot of these things. There's nothing like it. And I'm not even showing any nominees because this is a clear winner. We've gone through 78 cards now of the deck of the year. Anyway, having said all this, I hope you guys had fun. I had super fun doing this. I'm going to tag everybody that I watch, all the TarotTubers I watch. I hope people do this tag, even if you don't have a TarotTube. It would be nice even if you do it personally for your decks because they deserve some awards, right? Oh, 5 of Wands, no. Oh, Tower, no. I'm trying to get the 6 of Wands. It's not happening. I'm getting Judgment. Oh my God. Come on, guys. Come on, Scarab and Dahlia. There you go. They deserve some of that, energy and the winning. And there are Leonardo DiCaprio sitting in your collection that have not won that award for many, many years. They deserve it. So I am really excited to see everybody do 2025 deck awards. And then we're going to continue doing this every year, right? Okay, awesome. Bye. Hope you had fun. I had super fun. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.